When we first moved here, we bought a little stove, but this stove didn't have like one of those nice safety switches that turns off the gas if there's no fire. One day we had lit the stove or whatever, and we thought we had lit the oven. And then it was going along what seemed like fine, and then we thought, my wife just a little bit before that said, "I think I smell gas." And I was like, "Oh, it's probably just, you know, the extra stuff." Well, then all of a sudden, the oven door explodes open with this huge fireball. And then the oven slams shut, and we're all just, turn off the oven, let's walk away. So I'm the director of maintenance for AIM, so I oversee all the maintenance for the AIM airplanes that are flying all over East Africa. I was born in Ohio, spent a lot of time in the Chicagoland area, but the Pacific Northwest feels like home because that's where I went to college. I met my wife there, so Spokane, Washington feels like home. I kind of fell into missions backwards. I literally picked a major, went to college, and then halfway through realized it was missions aviation. I don't know how I missed that detail, but I sort of think of it as God blinded me. But by the time that had happened, I was already really excited about the vision for what missions was. I think, especially thinking of missions aviation, you think, oh, I'm gonna be out in the bush where the people are who need an airplane. And then you realize airplanes live in airports, which live in cities, and they go out to those dark places that are difficult to get to, but they live in a city. So I live in a city of 3 million plus people, which is very much not what I kind of had pictured in my head. When I was really young, about 9 or 10, my parents moved, and I hated it. But the reason that they moved was because we had some family members that didn't know Jesus. And I think if I really think about it, I trace it all back to that time. Even though I had a really hard time with the transition and the struggle, the fact that my parents were willing to take our whole family to a different place so that somebody could know Jesus, I kind of feel like that was like the first seed of missions. I think traditionally missionaries have been defined as people who go somewhere else to talk to people about Jesus. But I think it actually begins with a heart of realizing I want to go to someone who is not like me because they don't have Jesus.